What is up, everybody? How's everybody doing? For
Great.
for your we'll hang out for a little bit, let some people start coming in the room, and I gotta do some of these notifications real quick on Facebook and Twitter.
Of course, you're feeling great. You still got a whole week of not working.
I know, right, man? I woke up at noon.
Tell me you do it, man. Whatever.
That's
That's me hating. Yeah, I'm hating hard.
I got maybe 4 hours of sleep last night. So
Oh, congratulations, 4 hours.
I know, not straight. Well, maybe.
I was just saying. So that's winning.
Yeah. So what's up? How you doing?
Oh man, this has been fun. You know, you guys threw me on that Weird Al thing. I was like, what the hell am I watching?
Oh man.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that later, man. That was something else. That was something else.
Oh man, it was funny though. That was fun. What did we see this weekend?
I don't know.
So I mean, we are literally, guys, 3 days from Wakanda Forever starting, and the public seeing it.
Yeah,
this is going to be huge. I wonder how they're going to react to a lot of the stuff that I'm hearing.
Yeah, real quick. So, shout out to Chillmonger because you guys were on his 33 burning MCU questions on Saturday. But I know Brian had left early, and then Brandon had left. Right when Brandon had left, this guy came in the chat and was asking about the whole T'Challa being recast kind of thing, and he was. I don't know if I don't know how to take it. You know what I mean? Like he felt like it was like being a little rude, but then like once he was getting answers, he was just like kind of
easing off a little bit. Like okay, I got you.
like getting like upset about it all. But I think they were pretty good. I think Chill made an actual clip of that part of it. You know, it's like I think it started off like why is everyone so fast to recast T'Challa? As K-Dot was in there, as he was saying, it don't need to be in this movie, and then that comment pops up. It was like, you know what I mean? So yeah, so that's what
I'm like, look, I don't know if everyone understands that. No one needs to do it today. I mean, it's not going to happen at all now. We already know what's happening now, so I don't want to spoiler alert anyone. So, but
and I was willing to, you know, like I've said many times, I understood why they wouldn't recast T'Challa initially, and I was kind of I kind of got it until Harrison Ford replaced William Hurt.
They've been doing it from the beginning.
Oh, what's that?
Don Cheadle replaced Rhodey. I mean, they've been replacing people from the beginning. Ed Norton. I mean, like it's like they.
Oh yeah, but totally. But yeah, I'm talking about it's the context. You know, one actor dies and they staunchly don't replace him, and then another actor dies, and it seemed like they recast him without any hesitation.
Like, oh man, we got the perfect guy.
Super quick. I think the big thing too with that is if people were like, "Oh, well, he's a side character," I was like,
"He was in the whole thing around it. They're about to build a whole movie around him." So. Yeah,
but not only that, it's like he's been in the MCU before it was even called the MCU. You know what I mean? Before Disney bought it out, this man has been on screen longer than most of the other characters. You know, so yeah. I thought that was kind of like weird. Like he's not a side character, not anymore. You know, he's.
I do respect, understand that he's not the main character.
No,
but we have thousands of showing that main characters get recast all the time too. So I'm just saying, whatever. It's just the comment is, I hear you, but truth is, everyone can be recast at any point in time, especially if you need it.
Well, this is the third or fourth Cassie Lang we got, right?
Yep.
So there you go. I mean, one, obviously the age jump, that makes sense. Obviously, you know, going from like 8 to 18 or whatever it was. But now it's just a different actress altogether, you know. So
I don't know. I want to be able to tell the stories, and they're going to tell stories. I mean, they're going to still tell the story. going to be a little time. But they decided to do something I told you they were going to do 6 months ago.
Yeah, here's your audio. Is it me? Was it me, Brandon, or did it sound like a slide? It went like an air, and then you just like sounded weird.
Yeah, I think I kind of heard that myself.
Yeah, it was like, and then it was like,
I don't know.
That was weird.
But I said 6 months ago this was going to happen. I knew that this was going to happen. I knew that what they were going to do, exactly how they were going to do it, and it's exactly what they're doing.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, there are leaks out there. I wanted to see. I was trying to hide from the leaks, but also very curious. So I know what happens. You know, at least for the main, the only thing I cared about. I know what happens.
Yeah, I only know one little thing, and I'm like, okay. Yeah, I knew this was happening. I saw this happening, so I was just like, oh yeah, exactly.
So, you know, I know they talked about it on Saturday on Chill's stream, but I think both you guys had already left when they were talking about that.
Yeah, but I was just watching that.
Yeah. I don't want to spoil it if anybody's watching live right now and stuff like that. But yeah. You know, it's I get why. I don't know if anybody watches E-Man's movie review. He did right out of the theater reaction.
Yeah,
and that reaction was definitely of somebody trying to walk a line of being emotionally unhappy, but also like trying not to dog on the film, because you know he said it was a good film.
Yeah, that's the problem. It's going to be a good movie. Marvel doesn't make terrible movies that they put all their money. They put a lot of eggs in this basket. It's not going to be a bad movie.
No.
It's just not what you want for the character. It's not necessarily what you think is best. But it's not going to be a bad movie, and I don't think it's going to. You know, I think it's going to make a lot of money, because people that don't want to see it are going to go see it just to see if they don't like it or not. Yeah, I think it's going to still make a lot of money.
So it is. Yeah. It is.
Well,
yeah. Go ahead. Yeah.
At the risk of sounding insensitive, which I'm not trying to do at all, it kind of seems like whenever an actor dies in a big budget franchise, it helps propel the movie from a financial standpoint. I'm not trying to sound insensitive when I say that, but we've seen it happen multiple times. You know, The Dark Knight, Fast and Furious 7. Not to downplay the tragedies at all, because these are very horrible things that happen to these actors. But if history's proven one thing, it's good for business from a financial standpoint.
Yeah, I hear you, but
they didn't go out to make Ryan Coogler and Nate Moore. I can say that they didn't go out to profit off of it. You know.
Yeah.
But
exactly. But they're going to make money off of it.
They are going to make a lot of money. Disney knows what they're doing. They're like, oh no, go honor your friend. Go show Chadwick's face as much as possible. You want the whole movie to be a funeral? Go ahead. Whatever you guys need, because we know you're gonna pull at the heartstrings and we're gonna get money, because that's what Disney does. Disney is the pros at making you feel sad. You know, they know how to manipulate feelings better than anybody else. You know what I mean? They've been doing it since you were a kid, before you even knew.
Sure. So, and I don't think it's going to be like a Paul Walker Fast and Furious situation where, like, after the send off to Chadwick, they're going to keep doing it with more and more sequels.
Oh, they will. There's going to be a lot more sequels.
I don't. What happened. I'm not sure. I think the new Black Panther might kind of cross over into like Avengers and other characters, but I'm not sure. I don't think his death kind of compromised the future plans, and
how about this? I'll do a bet. I wish we could do a spike bet that within the next 5 years we'll have another Black Panther movie, and there'll just be a major time jump, and then we'll have our new Black Panther as that person. There'll just be a time jump. It'll be probably after X-Men are introduced.
Mm-hmm.
And he will be then there, and they will still get the same storyline that we were going to get with, Storm and all that stuff. I'm telling you, We're going to get it still. They're not going to let this go by.
No,
Just wish they would have recast it and made it make sense, but they're not going to let it go by. They're going to now use, I don't want to say whatever, but another vehicle, another way to do it. That's what they're going to do.
Yeah. Which I agree. But I mean, a lot of people are saying, what's that movie, Secret Wars? Is that going to be it? And that's what, 3 years from now, right? I think 2025, the end of 2025. So probably 4 years. They might push it back a little bit too.
Well, I know they already pushed back Secret Wars from Kang Dynasty to like early. I think it's early 2016.
26 now.
So about 2.5 years.
So he's a major part of that. So
I mean, it's kind of sucky. So I'm going to see it Saturday at noon. So I gotta avoid even more spoilers from Thursday. Because besides the one part that I specifically went to go look for, the rest of the stuff I have no idea. Like Namor, I really don't know. Besides, a lot of people are liking him from what I understand yet. Also, everyone's all up in like the butts of like the people saying like it's so great. It was like the people that got to see the red carpet event.
Yep.
It was like, what else people loved? Love and Thunder. People love Thor: Love and Thunder at the red carpet. So you can't say. I mean, I still like Thor: Love and Thunder. The more I watch it, the more I was kind of like, I get it why it's not rewatchable. I think the more you watch it, the more you realize you're like, oh, I really don't like it that much.
Yeah, Taika Waititi could have found another way to make an SNL sketch or a Guns N' Roses.
Guns.
He was trying to do.
Yeah. I still don't hate it as much as other people, but
I don't.
I don't hate it at all.
You don't have gore to God butcher and then not have him butcher gods.
Butcher gods, yeah.
Yeah, like if Waititi ran with the tone the first 5 minutes of that movie set with like some here and there humor, kind of like he did with Ragnarok, it could have been amazing. It could have been up there with Ragnarok, but it just kind of felt like every time, outside of a couple scenes, every time something serious happened or some like stuff was getting real, they felt the need to like undercut it with like a gag or screaming goats. And most of the time,
I didn't mind the screaming goats. I just think the story.
I didn't mind the screaming goats. I didn't mind the screaming goats at first. I didn't mind them at first.
They're annoying,
but they got old real quick.
I wish we had screaming goats right now. If I had some screaming goats, I'd be playing it right now.
The first time they absolutely cracked me up. He just, it was a 2-hour SNL sketch.
I didn't mind that much.
Which sucks because usually Waititi's really good.
I can't hear you.
Oh, can you hear me now?
The Tank, I can't hear you. He was talking.
Okay.
But no, I didn't mind it. I thought that they should have wrote it better.
Yeah.
I feel like there's too many plot holes. There had good things that they could have used, and they didn't use it well. So
it just. I think I was really confident in Waititi coming back because I absolutely love Ragnarok to bits, and I think Waititi.
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Okay, sorry.
And like Waititi got even more of my trust with Jojo Rabbit in the What We Do in the Shadows series. So like he's always been good at like balancing humor and like serious when he's doing like Ragnarok, Jojo Rabbit. So I had 100% faith in him with Love and Thunder. I'm like, this is going to be amazing. Oh, and Christian Bale's playing the villain. This is going to be crazy.
Exactly. He had all those ingredients, and he did I don't know. He did M. Night Shyamalan. I was like, what is this?
Yeah. But what I was getting at is like that opening red carpet event, people loved it. They're like, it might be the best MCU movie ever. And I was like, oh shit, okay. And then we watched it, and even after watching it, I'm like, it was good, but it wasn't the best MCU. Like people that went to that red carpet definitely overhyped it, and then the more I watch it, the more I'm like, it's mid. You know,
it was
legit
even the best
mid.
Thor movie, and then you're like,
no, yeah. So I'm like, are they doing that with Wakanda Forever? You know, I mean, that's what kind of freaks me out. Which I don't think so. But
because Wakanda Forever still has Chadwick's memory in it, and it still has this great place of Wakanda, and there's so many characters there that are going to be able to carry it. And unlike Thor, if this goes bad, what Brandon says about them scrapping Black Panther happens.
Yeah,
that's the difference. This is a genre that it's a character that if we don't go support it, I feel like part of it is like Marvel will just say whatever, or Disney will just say, all right, throw on the trash heap. We'll give them another one.
I feel they'll do a Hulk and just sprinkle them in here and there.
Yep. You know, that's like something that you do not want.
And then we won't get T'Challa. Like it just won't happen. You know, I don't think that will happen. If this movie fails, we're not going to get another Namor, like more comic book accurate, or this adaptation of it. It's just not going to happen. He already said it. He already said it, like Kevin Feige. You know, and then, you know, I think they'll just sprinkle in the Black Panther, like, oh, he did better when he was just in somebody else's movies, like Hulk. So exactly we'll put him in there. We'll put him in there.
You give them an excuse, and they'll run with it. And it's a matter of what the people are saying. It's going to be about how money talks.
Yeah. Which that's why a lot of people are boycotting it, because they think like, oh, we don't get T'Challa, so therefore we're going to boycott it. Which I get that sentiment. I really really do, because you know a lot of fans, you know, that's like the main guy. You know, like a lot of people that obviously we talk to are into that. You know, so and him. And T'Challa, that character being so important to so many people and stuff like that. So
ideally,
get why people
it makes sense. Ideally, if I thought everything was all equal, I would also like, okay, we will both boycott. That makes sense. Okay. Yeah. But this is not an ideal world. This is a dollars and cents world. And if you want to have a character like that, dollars and cents has to follow it. It has to.
Yeah.
And if you don't make money off of it, they don't care what you say. They're just going to throw it out and start over again.
Yeah. Yeah, they're going to be like, oh, we got a bunch of other characters.
Yeah. We'll give you a one-off. We'll give you a couple one-offs, you know.
Yeah. He'll come in and fight Wanda. He'll come in and fight, or she or whoever they decide to do Black Panther. You know, but yeah, they'll do that. They want to give the
extra, the X-Men, the next X-Men movie. He'll just be extra.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is what I'm worried about, and I don't want that to happen personally.
Yeah. But you know, Ryan Coogler has one of the best track records probably as a director. You know,
for sure.
You know, so
but doesn't it make sense for him to do Secret Wars? It just makes perfect sense.
I feel like it's coming. I feel like he'll end up getting the job.
I think he did already. I think
he already.
Is it official or was it a rumor?
I thought he already got it, but
I'm not sure. I know that the dude who did Shang-Chi is doing Kang Dynasty.
Yeah.
So, which that could make sense. If they connect things a certain way.
Yeah, because they did say Secret Wars is going to have a different director come in, and that it very well could be somebody who's done something big for the MCU. And right now, you know, the Russos aren't coming back. It's kind of like, who bigger than Coogler at this point?
Yeah.
I know he's been asked if he knows anything about it, and I think like his response
says, "I don't know yet.
I don't know. I'm still finishing this movie."
Yeah.
You know, so it very well could be, maybe for all he knows, he hasn't been approached. Also, for all we know, Marvel keeps a lot of things under wraps. And
it's also going to depend on this movie. Do you make money?
Yeah.
Oh, it's going to make a ton.
And if I was the Russo brothers, I would never come back either. Because you know what? You're never going to reach the heights of Endgame. And I mean, you're just never going to get that.
Yeah. And that's what they were saying. They were like, oh, that was the... I think a lot of people took it as the MCU can never be that big. And I'm like, I don't agree with that. But I took it as no one's going to have that same reaction ever again. Like Secret Wars could be amazing. And it could be better than Endgame and Infinity War.
But you already showed it.
You already played that emotion. People know that now. You can't do the Avengers Assemble for the first time because that already happened. You can't have this giant galaxy of characters come together and fight the big bad guy because you already had that. So you can't really top it, but you can make it better. Like there's another movie you can make that's better than Endgame, and Secret Wars is definitely one of those storylines. But
only because it's second, I just don't think you can. It's like it's just so.
I think
good.
It could be better.
How? I don't know. With all those characters, I just don't know how.
I think you can tell a better story, but you're not going to tap into that same emotion. You know, like when Captain America.
A better story. I want to know even that. I want to hear that.
Secret Wars was a way cooler story, you know, because you're able to get a bunch of characters and do all this other stuff. Because Endgame was cool. Endgame was awesome, but it was limited to their world. Now you're able to go universes and have 15 Iron Men all fight each other or something stupid. You know what I mean? Like,
but then it'll look too CGI. Like I don't know if you can do it.
Well, I mean,
and look like it will be more like animation. I think it could be a crazy animation thing, but I don't know if you can. I mean, all those actors.
Endgame was all CGI,
but they had actors actually doing it, and it wasn't like more variants of those same actors. I don't know if you can balance out that movie or a movie with all that. It's going to take a strong director because you have to. That story is going to be very strong to have all that stuff going on at the same time.
Because like you can get multiple universes and all that stuff. So I mean, it doesn't need to be just Iron Man. It could be a bunch of Captain Americas or stuff like that. And then Derpy, what's up, Derpy? I mean, Avengers Secret Wars has potential of being better because it's set up a King movie because of characters you will know. Yeah,
but isn't that the same thing you could say about Infinity War and Endgame?
Endgame, yeah.
You could say the same exact thing. I don't. When you're doing it a second time the same way, I don't know how you're going to make it better.
You can introduce mutants. Imagine seeing Wolverine on the first time. The first time you see a new Wolverine in the comic book suit showing up in Secret Wars to go fight, you know, this variant of Captain America or to fight Doctor Strange or to fight Hulk. Can you imagine Hulk versus Wolverine in Secret Avengers?
I don't know if the story could be good enough.
All you need to do is like, hey, all you guys are going to start fighting, and then just throw a bunch of people in there.
And people are going to be like, oh, that's so great. It was so comic booky, but the story was terrible. Like, I just feel like there's always, because it is no longer the first, it's always going to be that guy that's like, oh, you know, you didn't get that in Endgame. No one said it because people were walking out of the theater crying.
Yeah.
Like literally crying. Like, I don't know if you could ever get that same emotion.
Yeah, you're never going to get that same emotion. That's 100%. I don't think you're not going to get a theater of screaming people that are crying and yelling and losing their minds. You're never going to get that again.
Endgame this weekend, I cried. It was like that Denzel tear. Like there's this one tear just come down.
I thought it was gonna be that from.
Like, I'm not
Cloudy
crying. You crying?
Cloudy with a chance of meatballs. Like you get back up there, it comes back up.
It's good.
Yeah. So, you guys ready to get into some of the stuff?
Yeah, let's watch a trailer or something.
Watch a trailer. So I'm a big Bert Kreischer fan, so I might say some inside jokes. So if you guys might not get it, because there's a lot of inside jokes for him. Yeah, but yeah, we'll do that, and then we'll jump into the Weird Al movie. Cool. And then what do you say? Dip said, Infinity War, fellas, I got halfway through this movie. I couldn't stop laughing because it was so stupid. Which one? Infinity War? Or
yeah, it says Infinity War.
Yeah.
I liked Endgame more than I liked Infinity War.
I liked Infinity War more than Endgame. Endgame was like a satisfying ending.
Oh yeah. That's what I was like. Yeah. Okay.
But
weird.
Infinity War was just like, to me, like the
yeah.
Yep.
But I agree with Brandon.
I was Spikey saying, what? What'd you say?
You don't like one of the movies? But no, definitely I liked Infinity War more. I like when the bad guys lose, but it didn't have the same hit because I'm like, I know they're all coming back, and I know there's a second half of this story, and I thought that second half was amazing. Like seeing Thor all messed up. I enjoyed Fat Thor. I know
Thor.
people hate
that.
him,
Once again, Fat Thor is not Infinity War. It's Endgame.
And it's Endgame, but seeing him like redeem himself after no,
That's all Endgame.
Fat Thor is Endgame.
It's Endgame, yeah.
Endgame. Yeah. That's I had them backwards. I liked Endgame more. My bad.
Yeah,
Endgame was the second. Infinity War was them losing.
Yeah, so Infinity War was cool to set up.
Yeah,
I mean, I guess
like that.
The story was like okay, but the ending of it, the end game. I mean,
Endgame.
Those 3 hours of it was a masterpiece. I feel like I walked out the theater and went, all right.
Yeah.
I never walked out at the end of something and just enjoyed it. Just said, that'll do, pig.
Yeah,
that'll do.
I mean, I was just so giddy at the end of it. It was just like a little kid, So you met, got halfway through the Weird movie, which is what I thought, man. Yeah, because I couldn't stop laughing because it was so stupid. Yeah, the Weird.
Yeah,
my bad.
The Weird movie.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that because you sent me a text. You sent the group the text. About the thing. I didn't get it. I didn't, because I'm like, why did he make that face? And then you said what he said. I was like, oh my god, that went right over my head.
It was so funny. He said it. And he looked at the camera like,
yeah, and he's like yeah. I'm like, why did he say? Why did he make that face? I'm like, what did that mean? And I didn't even think about it. You know why? Because
I forgot it was Danny Radcliffe.
I didn't see Danny Radclifff.
Yeah,
it was Weird Al. He was so fucking good. But I don't want to get too much into it. But that was pretty good. So we'll wait for,
let's do trailer first, and then we'll go from there.
You want to wait for Brandon to come back, or just want to just jump in the trailer?
Yeah, I think the trailer will be fine, and then we can
do it and then come back.
Talk about Weird Al. I think that's gonna be important.
Yeah, he's probably gonna have to restart his computer and all that anyway. All right, let's get into.
I agree with what Derpy says, but we could watch this trailer first and then see what he says.
Okay. Oh yeah. We're gonna save that for. I'm actually highlight that.
Yeah,
that for later. All right, let's talk about this trailer. All right, welcome to the Spoiler Kings. My name is St. Kramer with Brian the Grizzly.
How's it going, guys?
So we got a trailer that I've been kind of waiting for. This is the Brent Chrysler movie, The Machine. So I'm a kind of a big fan of him. I like his stuff. He's very goofy. He's very silly, stuff like that. So I think if you have daughters, I think it might his jokes might hit with you a little bit good. So I don't know. You might want to check out some of his specials because he talks about having daughters and them having their first period and like stuff like that. And it's like he's really funny. He gets a little detailed at times.
That's worse than Get Out. I worry about that every day. Like, oh, it's going to happen. My daughter turns 8 on Thursday. I'm like, any moment now, this is happening.
But he's pretty funny. Bird's got his own show. He's with the Two Bears, One Cave, which is a really funny kind of podcast between him and Tom Segura. So when he said he was making a movie about his joke, The Machine, I didn't know what to think about it. I'm like, this could be really, really stupid or kind of good. So there's at least one other famous person in here that I think makes it good. Let me bring it up real quick and then we'll watch it. All right. So I know you probably haven't seen it, right?
Nope. I want to see it.
The first time. Make sure everything's good. All right, cool.
My father was no criminal. He was a salesman. Then you stole the only thing he ever cared about.
Sorry.
Made him say, fuck honest living. If you want respect, you have to take it. And from there, he built our family.
Oh my God. I'm your origin story.
Oh, I'm gonna be sick now.
You throw up. If you throw up, I'm gonna throw up. Don't throw up. Don't throw up. No, it's fine.
Did you just put it together?
In your pocket?
Oh man. So yeah, that I saw the trailer a couple times already, and yeah, it's very funny. So if you don't know the joke, there's a joke that he's pretty much famous for. You know, like that is his joke of when he was in college, he kind of accidentally joined the Russian mafia. So he was on a train, and on the train, he got drunk with a bunch of Russian mafia guys because he was there for like English or like a language class because he was taking Russian by accident, basically. and then he sent them to like Moscow, and he wound up getting drunk with a bunch of mafia guys, and during their drunkenness they decided to rob the train. Yeah. so if you've never seen that joke, just type in Burt Kreischer the machine joke. It's about 15-20 minute long. He has that thing finely tuned down to like it's so well done. But yeah, I'm a fan. And then I found out, so obviously as a fan, Mark Hamill signed on for this one, which
What?
I was like, yeah. So Mark Hamill plays Bert's dad in this movie. So that was kind of interesting. I'm like, he got Luke Skywalker. Like, how did that happen?
Unless
like, I
he
know
just
Mark
loved him. He loved it that much. That's what he wanted to do.
He fucking hated him on set. Mark Hamill hated Bert the entire time on set. It was hilarious. He would put up things. He goes, "You fat piece of shit." Like, I was like, "What the fuck?" Yeah. But I think it's kind of like a joke too. I think Mark is not that evil, but he definitely played into it. But yeah, then we got a House of Nerd Show. What's up? Hey, what is up? Go check them out. They just did a collab with another channel with the Ghostbusters and Ninja Turtle comic book together, which was something I want to read. Talk about your childhood
being in the same
together.
world. Who knew that was in the same world? Well, I guess I probably should have, but that's kind of cool.
Yeah. Was that he got the Jack in the Box employee to act? Haha. Which one's the Jack in the Box employee? I don't know if I'm missing that one. But yeah. It's pretty good.
Mark Hamill, he's saying.
Mark Hamill's the Jack in the Box employee?
I think that was what's that? I saw that on.
I mean, Mark Hamill's been in everything. He voices everything. The man voices everything. He was in the Sandman show, right? He was the Scarecrow. He was the voice of the Scarecrow in the library.
He was. When?
Yes, he was towards the end-ish of what was it? Yeah. He's the Scarecrow janitor in his castle realm. Telling you, Mark Hamill's everything. He's everywhere. He's all the recent commercials about getting fired from Jack. I have not seen that. You know what though? We're in Illinois. Illinois doesn't have a lot of.
Guess what? Boxes. Here we go.
Impersonating clown in the drive-thru.
Welcome to Jack in the Box.
May I take your order?
Welcome to Jack in the Box. May I take your order?
Can I get the French toast sticks?
French toast sticks. Yummy. Please pull forward.
Here's your order. Thank you for choosing Jack in the Box.
I would lose my shit if I meant Mark Hamill.
Oh, I've never heard that before.
You are Mark Hamill. Well, you look like him.
I have grown up with you.
Let's do a selfie.
Go back into Argo?
Here you go.
What?
Why are you here?
What's a long story? I worked here as a teenager. I finally got to work the window, and I thought instead of just saying, "Can I take your order?" in my regular voice, I should do a clown voice.
And they didn't like
They didn't like it at all. All these years later, they called me up and said, "You want to come back? Second chance for sure. I'm taking it."
Shut up.
And now I'm back, baby.
Second chance are awesome.
You bet. So there I was, strung up in a harness, and they break for lunch. All right.
But you don't have to talk to everybody for so long.
Duly noted.
All right, thanks, Mark Hamill.
That's what I was saying. My drive
Come
to
again.
Come on, that's
What did I
enough.
say? You forgot your napkins. Oh, well. She'll be back. Oh, that was a twice-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
So you're coming back tomorrow?
Nah, I'm good.
It's hilarious. He worked there and he was doing voices back then. Oh, man.
I would lose my. You know, I would be screaming. You see this big guy, I'm like, ah!
And you would probably have a lightsaber somewhere in your car. Like, hold on. Let me pull it out.
Hey, watch this.
Sign it.
Right here to Brian
From Luke. Yeah. Mark Hamill played Fire Lord Ozai. You know, he played the Joker with another clown. There you go. LOL. Yeah, this is great. Yeah, shout out to Sandy for that one because I did not know that. That was pretty awesome.
That was good. That's awesome. Yeah. You're awesome, Sandy.
You know, I don't know any Jack in the Boxes around me, like around Chicago.
I've seen one maybe in Michigan, I think. I was driving somewhere and saw one. And I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. That's probably why we haven't seen the commercials because we just don't got Jack in the Boxes by us. We're barely getting some Sonics over here. So
yeah, they're falling apart right now.
Yeah, and that's where you come in.
Exactly. Home with a Butterburger.
But yeah, Mark Hamill. You know, he's in the Bert Kreischer movie. Man, I can't wait. It's gonna be pretty good. I think it's gonna be pretty good. I wasn't sure how
movie theater.
This is gonna be in theaters. I don't know if there's a day. Oh my god. So he releases 4 days ago. Right here. And he goes, "Today is my 50th birthday and the anniversary of the Machine Story." And he goes, "As a present to myself, as a teaser."
That's awesome.
Yeah. I don't think he shows it. Let's get this thing in theaters ASAP. So I don't know if it's in theaters yet. Or when
sounds like this could be like the Weird Al movie. Put it on Roku.
Yeah. You know what though? Like he wind up not being able to sell his joke, the Machine Story. So he wind up keeping the rights to it. You know what I mean? So yeah, and then he put it on YouTube. You know, and a lot of people are like, "Don't put it on YouTube. Like, you're stupid. You're not gonna get any money." That's the reason. Part of the reason why he got so big was there was this free comedy special. It took a couple years, but once it got big, and I mean, now the dude's one of the top comics, like touring the country right now. So during the pandemic, he had the best idea. He goes, let's go to drive-in theaters or drive-in movie theaters. You know, so he was doing stand-up at drive-ins, you know, and people were making fun of him. He's like, "I'm working." Yeah, he said he broke even because he spent a lot of money
to rent out the entire drive.
Well, to dragging a stage with him across country, it's not cheap. But you know, he seems like he's kind of a guy I would definitely want to have a beer with and just kind of like chill. Which after a lot of his shows, he goes to a bar and he just brings all of the people with him to the bar.
You know what that reminds me of? That Keanu Reeves picture that I sent.
Yeah.
So I went to a movie theater. Can you imagine going to a movie theater to see a Keanu Reeves with a bucket of popcorn and some pop? Like, let's go. Let's go see John Wick 4.
Oh my God. That'd be epic. What do you say? You need to stop by and get a taco after midnight drinking.
That's what we do with Taco Bell and White Castle. Unfortunately.
White Castle's good.
White Castle's only good when you're drunk.
Yeah, or you need some. If you're fat and you like, and you need a cleaning, you get a Crave case and that clean you out.
Oh yes, it will.
Yeah. So, but cool. That's that movie. I'm gonna see it wherever it comes. If it goes to theaters or whatever, I definitely gotta see it. I love Bert, Brent. You know, everyone says different names, so love it. I'm gonna watch it.
That looks good. You know what? We might see it. We might see where if it actually does come out, or just put it on YouTube.
Maybe. It's Legendary. Legendary is a big enough studio where I think they can at least get it somewhere. they can get it somewhere. And Bert is Bert's got a big name.
Can you see Paramount?
I can see it on a streaming service.
Yeah,
I can see it on a streaming service. So, but I like it. Leave a comment. Let us know if you're a fan. What do you think? You know, if you're not a fan, whatever.
You become.
Yeah.
He said,
check him out.
If you're not a fan, fuck you.
yeah, whatever. But I would recommend go and watch it. He has a few specials on Netflix, and then the Machine Story is free on YouTube. Just literally Google it. It's pretty funny. Trigger warning. He does stand up without a t-shirt on, and I don't know if you can tell from the trailer, he's not a man with a six-pack. He's not Daniel Radcliffe. So,
oh man,
yeah,
that's all I want to talk about. Is this whole thing?
Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So stick around live. We're gonna talk about the Weird Al movie in a second. But if you're watching our replay, appreciate it. Thank you guys, and we'll see you guys in the next one.
Thanks, guys.
Later. All right. Yeah. If you've never seen it, there's one he has Secret Time, I think it's called, on Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
And he's talking about his like daughter, because he has 2 daughters, and he's talking about his younger one getting her first period.
Yeah, I'm not watching it.
It's fun. It's so funny.
Nope.
Hey, thank you.
I now know what's going on. Like I feel like this guy's too close to my life, and I can't do this. Like I
feel like
he's future right before I see all this stuff. Like I don't need that.
I feel like he's because he talked about his family, and I think you can probably relate to a lot of like just people in general.
Yeah.
Yo, man, ding dong. Just another guy named Harry. What's up, man? Over on Twitch. What's
up?
But no, he has a joke talking about his dog. You know, and he goes, my dog just had another knee surgery. He goes, the dog has 4 legs and 5 knee surgeries. He's like, what the fuck? And I think so many pet owners can relate to that.
Once again, too close to home.
Yeah.
This is not feeling good. This is too much.
Yeah. But yeah, I feel
like he's living my life.
I would watch
this is a parody of my life. I'm gonna check this out. I want to see actually what's going on. I'm gonna sue him.
Yeah. Check out Secret Time. Secret Time is really good. But yeah, his daughters is like, one's a goofy one. At least that's how he portrays her in the jokes, and one's more of a serious one. And they even in real life, that's how they kind of are too. Because you know, I do watch them every time they're kind of on screen sometimes with him and stuff. But let me say, oh, my puppy sprained 2 ankles. Oh, she hobbled for like a chicken and kept running, but wouldn't put any person out for a while. Yeah,
I would have probably carried her the entire time.
Yeah,
it's okay.
You're now a dog I carry.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, it's from
Weird Al yes. Yeah.
I'll be the first one to say I wasn't the biggest Weird Al fan. I think every there's not a single person that doesn't know who he is, but I never bought any of his albums or anything like that. But I didn't hate the guy by any means. But
I wish Brandon was here right now because he loves Weird Al.
Does he? Oh man! So once Brandon comes back on, then we'll get actually into the movie review itself.
Well, if that's the case, I might have my own thing I want to watch. Trailer I want to watch because I want to watch this show.
Yeah. What you got? Oh, I already see it down there.
Yeah, so that's what I want to be doing. I'm gonna talk about this, and we're gonna watch another trailer. Stuck with me now, guys. And welcome back to Spoiler Kings. It's Brian the Grizzly here with Tank Kramer. I've been wanting to see this because I've been wondering what the show is about, and it looks really cool. And I think we should watch it and figure out.
Yeah,
Tulsa King. I really want to see it. So here we go.
It comes out next week.
I kept my mouth shut for 25 years.
I don't know what you're expecting. Now that you're back.
I'm expecting adequate compensation.
Tulsa.
What's Tulsa?
I want you to go there. The horse race, the Springboard Mile. There's nobody doing nothing. You can do whatever you want.
Not exactly the welcome I was expecting.
Name's Tyson. Welcome to Tulsa.
$2,000 a week. You drive for me now. What crew runs this neighborhood?
No crew up in here. We're in the middle of nowhere.
What'll it be?
I assume you don't have Keontae.
You assume correctly.
I wouldn't have pegged you as the Boy Scout.
Why not? This wasn't necessary. What is that place?
It's a dispensary. Oh my God, is he dead?
No, he's taking a break. This is how it's going to work. I'll protect you from the gangs.
What gangs?
And the law.
This is legal.
You got to know your risk.
There was no risk until you came along.
Ever heard of Black McAdam? It's a motorcycle gang.
You're overplaying your hand.
When I play my hand, you won't see it coming.
Any flammable liquids or firearms?
In the box? Nah.
This situation is not going to be controllable for much longer.
You got a pretty good appetite for someone who was just shot at.
If I stopped eating every time somebody tried to hurt me, I'd be a skeleton. I want to be upfront with you. It could get ugly.
It's newer in the mafia.
Nah, there's no such a thing.
Just a one-off? Or one of many?
Too soon to tell.
What do you think?
That was interesting.
Yeah, definitely interesting.
Yeah, I didn't know it was had some funny in it. You know, like that's interesting. I thought it was gonna be all like gangster Sopranos. I'm like, oh, it's got some jokes in there. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it reminded me a little bit of like Casino, those type of gangster type of movies, you know, but you have some personality in it too. So I'm all for it. I want to see that stuff. So it seems real serious too, and I'm gonna enjoy it. I'm just gonna enjoy watching it and see, you know, what he could do.
Yeah,
Sylvester Stallone. And at the worst, I'm probably gonna get a meme. What's the worst, you know?
Yeah, I mean, Stallone usually does fairly good stuff.
Yes,
I'm trying to think what was his worst movie or worst thing.
Rocky
Stop when my mom was shoot.
Oh my god!
Oh my gosh!
I don't think I ever watched that one. I heard about it, but never watched it.
But no, I mean, I think this will be fine. I mean, something we could watch. You could watch, especially November. You're not getting as many streaming shows, so until you know Marvel takes over the world, why not?
Yeah. I like it. Seems cool. Seems like he's just kind of having fun with it. You know, I mean, it's not too serious. Kind of let him play around with the role a little bit. I like it.
He's probably going to enjoy doing it. It's something he probably wrote. It just seems like something he would write.
Yeah.
You know, wrote for $15. He's like, hey, you know what would be a really good idea? I should be a mafia guy. And he turns around and does it. That's what it is.
Yeah.
But I want to know what everyone else thinks about it. If you guys saw the trailer, thought that it was good, put a comment. Let us know what's going on. Oh, please like, subscribe. Guys, we're at 463 subscribers. We are flying around, and I appreciate it. I appreciate everyone watching it and subscribing and helping us do this more often. So please keep on subscribing and helping us out. We're on a road to 500. As soon as I get our prize, we will definitely announce it. But I appreciate you guys. I appreciate everything you are watching this, and please leave a comment below. And we will see you guys later. All right. Now that Brandon's going to do this.
I think we get some feedback.
Yes.
Is it me?
Sound.
Brandon?
Yeah.
I think you must be. Yeah. I think your audio from us is getting picked up in the mic.
Yeah.
It's not. Hang on one second. By the way, I'm not sure what happened with my internet. It just randomly kicked me out.
I'm telling you, you need to
And
get
then it wouldn't reconnect, so
Oh, that's right. Let me write that down. You need a wire, right?
You need he needs a cord. Ethernet cord.
Hang on, I'm trying to
so
do something with the audio.
used to fit me. I lost all this stupid weight. Stupid thing.
Hang on.
Oh, I'm gonna get that. But yeah, Tulsa King looks pretty good.
I think I'm gonna.
I saw a different trailer that seemed way more serious. This one, not so much. And I'm like, oh, okay. Like it was a very different vibe in this trailer. I liked it.
Like it seems self-aware.
It says hello, hello.
Can you hear me now?
We were able to hear you, but we also heard ourselves through your speakers, I think.
Yeah, we can hear a little bit.
Weird.
Yeah.
Oh.
What's that? She get one of those bodysuits to wear underneath.
Hey,
like big strong men bodysuits. Yeah.
I gotta see. I think I've lost 37 pounds like in the last 2 months. It's like, jeez.
Well, that's awesome.
I blame you, Brandon.
You blame me? I guess I'll be the whipping boy for that, right?
So it's good though. I mean, as long as I can bench for a place, I'm good. What the hell? You did it again.
What happened? Oh yeah, I know.
All right, let's do this as soon as I get these away.
You blocked them?
Yeah, I had the last time too.
Oh, did you? I thought it was Derpy.
Yeah, no, it was me.
Cool.
Because I saw it coming because I had the other stream up.
Yeah, I had something else up, so I didn't see it.
All right, let's do this because that Weird Al is pretty awesome.
Yes. All right. Let me get it started. You good, Brandon? You can hear? Oh, wait, now we can't hear you.
Now we can't hear you.
Make sure the setting in StreamYard is your Yeti mic.
As soon as you say something, we'll go.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah. There we go.
Okay.
All right. All right. Let me get it going. All right. Welcome to Spoiler Kings. My name's Finn Kramer. I'm with Brian Grizzly and Brandman Brandon down here. What is up, guys?
Man.
Same old.
Yep. So
I just want to say thank you to you guys. Thank you. Because that was great. So yeah.
Yeah, the movie, the recommendation. So there's nothing else in the theaters going on right now. Black Adam is still dominating for at least one more week until Black Panther shows up.
Hey, it's at 350 million now.
Yeah. 3 weeks in a row, number one. So that's a whole nother conversation we got to talk about. Is it a failure or not? Because that's you go either way. But there's that, and like I said, we got another next week. We're talking Black Panther, like the big movie that everyone's got a lot of feelings about.
Yep.
So nothing in theater. So we're like, what else is going on? And then we forgot that Weird Al movie is out and it's free, which is always good. So we wind up watching the trailer, which I'll link up here if you want to watch the trailer, our trailer reaction with the Cult Lords. So shout out to Cult Lords. I'm gonna add that up there above us. So we watched it. I think we liked the trailer. Yep. We laughed. So like, okay. So I went up forgetting about it. So I got downloaded that Roku channel app and wind up watching it. So we're gonna talk about it. I think we all watched it. So.
I gotta say, my reaction is my exact reaction while watching the movie. And the movie ended, I went like, what the hell did I just watch?
But with a smile on your face, like that was me. I was like, what was that?
I was totally confused. It was awesome, but I was totally confused. I was like, dude. I was like, was he the greatest artist of our time? Maybe he was. In that exact genre.
What did he say? He said, maybe not the greatest, but somewhat the best in a very niche category.
Niche category.
It was him and Prince. Which is great. So we're talking. We'll talk about some of the good stuff, some of the bad stuff, and then get into our ratings at the end. But since we're already kind of talking about some of the good stuff, what were some of the other stuff that you guys liked?
Just the approach they took. I loved that it was a parody of like typical biopic tropes.
Yeah.
That was the funniest thing about it. Originally, when they announced the movie, I kind of expected it to be like a straightforward biopic, but they went the parody route, which was appropriate for a parody art for Weird Al, the parody
What are you talking
artist.
about? First of all, this wasn't a parody. This has actually happened. Weird Al is literally the greatest artist in that very niche category, the greatest pop singer. He is literally the greatest hitman. John Wick got his moves from Weird Al. He's everything. And then he's probably the best lover. He's everything. I couldn't believe it. And he got six pack. Unbelievable. I was like, you know what? I wish I would have known better. I didn't know.
Yeah.
I didn't know. And then Michael Jackson, how dare he steal his music? How you gonna steal Eat It? Eat It is a classic, and you just gonna steal that from him? And then you see, I know I thought this was a little bad, but the Coolio thing, I was like, too soon, man. That was too soon.
I mean, it makes sense with his story, because it is very much part of the story. Let's see. House of Nerds show said, I got about 1/3 of the way through Weird Al. I was expecting more of a straight up biopic, which is a parody style, threw me off. Yeah, I mean, yeah, if you're expecting like an actual parody, yeah, you learned that right away. It was all right, but got old, so I stopped. Oh, really? You got old for you?
I mean, if someone doesn't like that slapstick type of comedy, I mean,
yeah.
And the story just kept on going. Like it hit that joke and just kept on going at that joke the entire time. So if you don't like that type of thing, yeah, I could understand you not wanting to see it anymore.
But it's very much Weird Al. Like after watching, I'm like, what else did I expect besides him doing another parody? Like Brandon said, it's like it was a parody of a biopic. It was like, of course it is. That's what he does. So. It's like but yeah,
and I love how it went from like being a parody of that to going like full on absurdist comedy, like the whole like third act.
Yeah,
but isn't it like
completely off the rails?
But if you don't like Dumb, there's a lot of people that don't like Dumb and Dumber.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people that didn't like Step Brothers. There's a lot of people that don't like those type of movies. So if it's too crazy for you, I can understand you not liking it. It was very weird and very just cringy for me sometimes, and I like that type of stuff. It just does. So
yeah, I like it when, and for me, like going back to like say like the Thor: Love and Thunder, them doing the goats 100 times. I find that funny. But I get it why people are like, okay, yeah, it got old quick. I'm like, did it though? Not for me. Like I love when jokes go through cycles. Like it was funny, and it was not funny, and it was annoying, then it was funny again. Like I like when jokes gotta go through cycles.
Like the Hey Boy. That was great. That was perfect.
The Hey Boy.
In fact, they came back around. Yeah.
Give it a shot. Yeah. Yeah, you definitely gotta be in the right mood for it.
You know what? I don't smoke or do anything like that, but I bet you if you were high, you would love this movie. People that are high would probably just think this is the greatest thing since sliced bread. Like I can see it.
Yeah. It was. Yeah, you definitely got to be in the mood. Like if you want to sit down and watch a serious movie and you're expecting a serious movie, I really want to know how he got famous. This ain't it.
Yep.
This is not it. Like that whole scene for me of him going from making the song, recording the song, mailing it, and then like turning on the radio, and it's like it's our most requested song all week, and we just got it yesterday or this morning. And that was like there were so many of those things like that, and then just this funny silly things where you're like, oh, like I get why he said that, like the whole Will Forte talking shit about Weird Al, he like, oh, you're a loser, you're this, as the actual Weird Al is on the other side of the desk. So for me that's like pretty funny. So
He said, House of Nerd Show says, I dig Step Brothers and Dumb and Dumber, but I hated those goats. They were cringy. And he said, that's exactly what it was, that Tank. I was expecting something more serious.
Yeah.
And it definitely is not serious. There's nothing about this whole thing. But you know what's serious? Madonna. Dude, that was awesome.
Yeah, Evan Rachel Wood was great.
She was great.
Madonna.
She was great.
The way her and Dan Radcliffe played off each other was absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
Dude, she became the drug kingpin. It's like she became a drug lord. It was
so funny.
Yeah.
So funny.
It was so good. For me, like, this movie was, well, you want to tell them the joke that you sent the group and I didn't get it, and then I know why I didn't get it though.
So it's Daniel Radcliffe, right? So that's Harry Potter. So they at one point in time, what's this guy's name? The
Dr. Demento.
Dr.
Demento said something like, he says, you can call me Demento, you can call me your mentor, you call me your Dementor. And then he looks at the camera, and then Daniel Radcliffe goes like, I was like, and to me, I'm like, you can't say Dementor to Daniel Radcliffe, Harry Potter.
Yeah.
You know, call him a Dementor. I was like, that's a little heavy-handed, right? That's what
dude, I did not. You sent that, and I
did not catch that.
I didn't either, and I told my girlfriend, I'm like, oh my god, I didn't catch that, and it makes sense because, you know, like you said, when he's told him, he's kind of like, they're smiling and laughing, and Danny Radcliffe's like, ha ha. Yeah. And he kind of like gives a little smirk, and I'm like, what was that about? You know why though? I didn't see Harry Potter. I didn't see Daniel Radcliffe. He played Weird Al so damn good. He played Weird Al so good.
You got to respect Daniel Radcliffe. Like ever since Harry Potter, which, you know, he made his Harry Potter money. He's good for like at least 4 lifetimes, probably more. And now he's just doing roles, the roles that he wants to play, and he's like absolutely crushing it. You know,
I love all the little side moves he does. I love the TBS stuff. I love all that stuff. I think Daniel Radcliffe is hilarious, and he has very good comedic timing, which is surprising because you see him. He could have been Mark Hamill. He literally he could have been. Daniel Radcliffe could be a star if he really wanted to, but instead he's just doing it for the love. It's like he's just enjoying what he's doing and making money doing it.
Yeah.
So
there's some movies that he does that are kind of questionable. Was Swiss Army Man was
I think that's his favorite one. He said he loves Swiss Army Man.
It was good, but it was like you had to be in the mood for that kind of movie. It was weird.
Yeah.
But
I thought Swiss Army Man was great. Just for some of the facial expressions he makes as the corpse.
Yeah. He did that Akimbo, which I've yet to see Akimbo yet. But it's like the guns are surgically attached to his arm or hands, something along those lines.
And he has to learn how to
bolted to his hands.
Take off his hands with the guns.
Yeah,
and stuff.
Yeah. I didn't see that one. I gotta check that one out. But this movie, like legit, like it, you know, playing somebody else who's an actual person, but playing a person, but that is like telling a parody story of somebody else's life is like a whole nother level of like craziness. It's like, oh, I'm playing Weird Al, but I'm playing Weird Al what he thought happened in his head because he thinks he's so cool. You know, it's like who goes to a polka party and thinks he's like, oh, like the whole accordion.
What kids have a polka party?
It was his rock and roll. It was like, you know, like that. You know, it was like, you're listening to that rock and roll. It was like, you listen to that polka. I was like, what? Oh, that was another thing. That was the first one that had me cracking up. So young Weird Al is at the party and he gets the accordion and you know he knows how to play. We know he knows how to play, and it cuts to just the accordion. And no. Did you see his arm though? It's all hairy, veiny. It's not a 16-year-old boy. I'm like, wait a minute. And that got me because I'm like, I think that was Weird Al actually playing it, but it cuts to him who's like this kid, and then it cuts to just the accordion, and you see that a hairy arm with the veins. Like, that's like a 60-year-old man's arm.
Hilarious.
So that was the first one. Yeah. So it was little things like that got me, like little silly things, you know, that got it, you know. So,
no, dude, Madonna is what got me so much. Like I enjoyed so much, but the fact that she was like planning everything out, and then like that turn in the end was great. Yeah, you saw it coming and you knew it was happening, but they just even when you see it coming, they flip it on his head still.
Yeah,
it's so good.
So let me do a quick rundown of all the cameos. We got a lot of cameos. I didn't know that many people wanted to be in a damn Weird Al movie because holy crap!
Weird Al, yeah.
So obviously Daniel Radcliffe is Weird Al. Evan Rachel Wood is Madonna. Rainn Wilson, Dr. Demento, which he played that role great.
He was
yeah,
Dr. Demento.
Yeah. Was that Quinta Brunson? Was Oprah Winfrey? She's from Elementary.
No, from what you call it,
Abbott Elementary.
Abbott, yeah.
Or yeah. I guess Elementary is technically a different. Yeah,
Abbott Elementary is great.
Yeah,
she's big.
Yeah. Will Forte was in it. He was one of the I don't know, executive guys.
Yeah.
Jack Black was Wolfman Jack.
Wolfman Jack.
You know, which was crazy.
That scene was great too. Don't you want to play at Rite Aid or whatever that is?
Yeah.
Live Aid, yeah.
Queen Live Aid with Queen. He's like, no, I won't play that. That's so stupid.
Yeah. And the guy playing, which was funny because they get the least known Queen member.
Yeah, John Deacon.
Yeah, John Deacon. Everyone's like, huh? He's like, from Queen. He's like, yeah,
the drummer for Queen.
So, but even that guy, I can't think of his name, but he was the Polka Dot Man from the Suicide
Squad. David
Desmalkian,
or however you say his name.
Yeah. You know, he was that. Then we got was it Jorma Takun was Pee Wee Herman, so we had Pee Wee Herman in it. Was it Akiva Schaffer? I don't know. Akiva Schaffer.
Yeah.
He was was he? I don't know.
Wasn't he
Alice
Warhol?
Cooper.
Yeah,
he was at Conan O'Brien. Conan O'Brien. Which was
Conan O'Brien.
Yeah, which was that got me. Paul F. Tompkins was Gallagher. That was pretty funny. Oh, there we go. Yeah, David Malflashin was John Deacon. You know, from Queen. This like one of the first cameos, Lin-Manuel Miranda. I'm like, what?
Yeah,
like why? Like, okay,
and he was just there for like 2 minutes. It's just I just want to be part of it.
I guess so. Well, here goes. In real life, Lin-Manuel Miranda revealed in a recent interview that when he met Weird Al for the first time, he pooped the bed and talked his lifelong idol out of working with him in an unrealized musical. That's funny.
That's awesome.
Patton Oswalt was like the heckler, they're calling him.
Yeah.
You know, that whole thing in the bar was awesome.
Get off.
Yeah. Arturo Castro with Pablo Escobar, who was in Narcos. So yeah,
that was so awesome. Good.
Yeah.
That whole scene was so good.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And then Weird Al himself was one of the other executives. But I know Josh Groban was the waiter.
Yep.
We heard Seth Green's voice is one of the radio people. There's so many freaking people. It was just like never ending.
Yeah, I know Diedrich Bader like did the narration version of Weird Al. His narration.
Yeah,
which was hilarious.
I'm trying to see who else we got in there.
So good.
Oh, Thomas Lennon was the salesman. I love Thomas Lennon. He always plays little roles.
Yeah, he was a salesman. Yeah. One of the guys butt whooped.
That was hilarious.
Yeah. Like, we will buy. Yeah. But I like the mom's like, we will buy that accordion. He's like, oh great. I think my lungs collapsed.
I think my lung is collapsed.
Yeah. So yeah, there's just so many people. Like, I don't think I ever would have thought Jack Black, Weird Al, and Lin-Manuel Miranda would all be in one movie. Like, that's what? Wait, why would that happen?
Right.
Hey, man, thank you for stopping by.
Thank you.
Here's my question. Is there anything in this movie that you did not like, that you thought was too much or just did not fit?
What you got, Brandon?
I can't really think of anything on the fly right now because I think you know, I don't think there's a such thing as too much when it comes to this movie. I think that the if you're going absurdist humor, I don't think there's really any limits.
That's true.
So that worked for me.
Yeah.
I think you might have to circle back to me. Let me think on it for a minute.
Yeah. So, well, I'll go because I know, like House of Nerds show, what they were saying, it wasn't expecting it. So I think if you're expecting a real biopic, you're probably gonna get let down because it's not. But if you go in just for a fun time, you really enjoy it. I can see where people, like Brandon did say, like being too much is kind of like that's the whole point of this movie. But I can see people getting annoyed by stuff like that. For me, I love that kind of stuff, so it worked. But I do understand why that off puts people, because by the third act, like you guys were saying, it's so off the rails.
It's the same story.
It's so off the rails.
Yeah. I mean, like he's kicking people's butt. He's doing Liam Neeson stuff. He's doing John Wick stuff. I mean, it's just
yeah.
You know, assassination stuff. I mean, zombie stuff. I mean, it's just anything you could think of was just thrown in there.
Yeah.
I think the only thing I didn't like is when he made up with his dad finally, and his dad told him the story and all that stuff, and then he went off and took the song, made them song, and they said, "Dad, see, I told you." I was like, all right, that was unnecessary. Like you could have just said, okay, they could have had a nice story with that, and then did all the other absurd stuff. But I just thought that was a little too much. I was like, you finally connected with your dad, and you're still an asshole that much.
Yeah. I didn't think about that part.
Like it's just kind of a little cringy for me, and then his mom said, "Yeah, I'm getting fat." And he just said, I'm fat.
I love that.
I was like, what the hell, dude? Come on. He's setting you up the entire time. Come on.
I love that part because she even said it. She goes, "Oh, I'm fat. Yeah, I'm fat. I know it." And they all look at Weird, and he's like, "Huh?" And they're like, "She's like, really?" Like, I thought that was funny.
I was like, come on, man.
Yeah. Instead, they go into Amish paradise.
Yeah,
and then he realized, like, wait, what did that thing you said before? I thought that was so stupid. It was good.
Hey, Amish Paradise was great because you know what? Daniel Radcliffe could rap, but we already knew that because we've seen him rap the ABCs backwards and all that stuff. So
yeah, Jesus. All right, what you got, Brandon? You think of anything or not really?
Not really. I think that the whole thing with his, like making amends with his father, it kind of worked in the context to me because, like we said, this was spoofing a lot of those tropes that you see in biopics. Including, we've seen a handful where something goes sour with this musician's parents, or they have a falling out with a family member, and eventually they patch things up. So that was just another trope to me that it was spoofing. So that worked for me in that context.
I thought that was already there because he's like, man, I should have kept the publishing rights. I felt like that was enough. Saying that he still screwed his dad out of that, thought that was enough. But him saying, like I just thought that was just whatever. Okay,
but I think what you were saying was like that trope of that bad childhood. And then doing your thing and then realizing like, oh, maybe he was hard on me for a reason and coming back and making everything better. Like that's just like a trope so many movies do, and that definitely took it. And and it was I think it was a cute moment and stuff like that. But it was also like because the part was he's like, oh, I destroyed the idea before he became a dream, and he was like, that okay, that makes sense. like what? Okay, but yeah. Yeah, that whole scene was a little out of place, but I feel like anytime they do that in most movies, it's a little out of place anyway. Like, because it's always such a hard, like,
this is hard turn
into like this like emotional thing, no matter what movie it is. But yeah, I thought it was pretty funny for the most part. He was Amish.
I was like, wait a minute. So Yankovic. And then like his hair, and he's actually half Amish. I was, okay, whatever. I don't care.
Yeah,
doesn't have to make sense. Whatever.
No, this movie made no damn sense at all. But it was such fun. It was so fun.
Yeah.
Well, that being said, you just want to get into our ratings for this.
I want to ask you one question before we get in the ratings.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is this something that's watchable again?
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch it again. Might even watch it again tonight.
Yeah, there's a lot of little things that you miss, like the mentor thing. I didn't get that until you said it. You
Me
know,
neither.
I think I sound like you guys didn't see the hairy old man arm that was supposed to be like a kid playing the accordion. I don't know if you guys got that, and I'm sure there's a bunch of other stuff that none of us caught. You know, that is happening in the background or something silly. So I definitely wanna go back and watch it again. You know, for sure. It was a good time.
Which one did she say she liked? Weird Madanovich? That's
Weird
the one
Donna
Madanovich or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
I thought that was.
I wonder. So before we get, I wonder how they felt about that. I wonder how Madonna felt about this movie, because it didn't really portray her in the best light, but also it was a character with her name. It really wasn't her.
Yeah, but she was a queen pin at all that too. Like,
you know, but she's also the she was like the Yoko Ono of the group, kind of.
She was Yoko Ono,
you know, like breaking up the group, you know, for her own reasons. So
Madonna seems to possess a pretty good like sense of humor. If you've seen interviews with her, and I think she can, she's been around long enough to where she can handle, kind of being poked fun of. She doesn't seem like the type who would get offended by that, going by interviews and that sort of thing with her.
Like,
so
I hope not.
I think if she did see it, I'm pretty confident in thinking she probably had a laugh.
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, they even made fun of that when they're at the dinner table, and she's like, "Oh, you need to do this." He goes, "You know me better than anybody. We've been together for 6 hours. I trust you."
Yeah.
So he even made a joke at them being together for such a short amount of time.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought that was funny. But yeah, so many little parts in it. I want to rewatch it again for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, but Evan Rachel Wood was like another like huge shining point. I want to see her do more comedy. I was so used to her in Westworld before this.
Well, now she's got the time.
Yeah, right.
Man,
yeah.
They canceled Westworld without even giving us a warning.
Yeah. She even has some odd songs. Who's
really?
That? Madonna. I don't know all her library, but.
Yeah, I'm gonna have too big, huge on her discography. So
yeah,
I'll take
a virgin. Is kind of weird. So.
Yeah,
I mean, I know a few more.
Yeah,
I do know.
Yeah,
I know the ones on the Dick Tracy soundtrack, and
and way callback.
And I know a lot of stuff on music because I actually own that album. Actually, yeah.
Oh,
that was like
Gaga. Yeah.
Oh, easily.
I mean, just like a prayer, I'll take you there. That video. Do you remember how controversial that video was when it came out? Having like the Black Jesus there, playing by Leon.
Yeah,
people lose their damn mind.
Yeah. I remember like that was when MTV was like, and
when it peaked.
Yeah.
She had her thing, but I think that was awesome. Making her a Colombian drug lord, that was just great.
So funny, so hilarious.
She couldn't shoot Weird Al. It's like shooting everywhere.
Yeah.
No, how about the guy in the front row with the machine gun? He's like loading up, and his head was just sitting there looking at him the entire time.
Well, the best part is when he stands up, he's like in the third row.
He's like.
Yeah, I thought that was funny because I'm like, you expect him to be somewhere way in the back, and like he stands up and he's like right there.
But he's sitting there the whole time with the gun, just sitting there, just waiting.
Yeah.
All right, it's almost time.
Yeah, that's why this movie was so stupid. It was so good.
And then she had that scar over her eye, like
the patch. I want a whole solo movie of what happened there. Like what she did.
I want to see what happens with them afterwards. After he grabs her from a zombie, did he plan this whole thing out?
Yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and rate. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No.
It's, all right, so we rate things a little bit differently. We do now, later, or never. Now means drop what you're doing, go watch it now. It's worth it. Later means you can wait till it's streaming or wait till you watch it while you're doing the dishes or something like that. And never means just skip it. It is not worth the time of day. With that being said, I'll let Brian, I'll let you go first. What are you giving Weird Al?
I'm going to give it. See, I know you guys are going to give it a definite now. I'm going to give it a later, and for this reason. I want you to watch it when you have time. Whenever you have time to watch it, watch it. I don't think you have to drop everything you're doing right now to go watch this. Do I think the movie is good enough to actually go and be into the movie theater? But do I think this is one of those, like, this is not Wakanda Forever? I mean, this is not like the greatest movie of all time. This is not one of those things. It's like, it's a very good movie. It's a good streaming movie. I said I would watch it in the movie theater, but I'm not going to drop everything to watch it. So I'm going to give it later.
Okay, I get that. What about you, Brandon?
This was hilarious to me. I had a lot of fun watching it, so I can pretty confidently and easily give this a now. It was just a really hilarious and entertaining watch. If you really like, but you have to be into that brand of humor.
Very
and you have,
category.
And you have to be willing to roll with that kind of, like I said, absurdist type humor that it goes for. If you could do that, this will be right up your alley. If you could do that, I'll give it a now.
Yeah. I'm probably gonna give it a now, but you know, Brian like kind of made a good point, which also House of Nerd said is, I think you need to be in the mood for this one. You know, like, you know, but if you understand Weird Al and what he does with songs and, you know, goofs on them, but also like pays respect to it, that's what this movie is. You know, he's goofing on his life while also like kind of paying some respect to like how he got there, how he got, you know, to where he is, you know. So, you know, I mean, I don't know many people that own a Weird Al album, but everyone knows a Weird Al song, you know, because he made fun of, it's not really made fun of, he parodied one of your favorite artists. You know?
I love when he got so angry. He's like, how dare you parody my song? That was so good.
That was hilarious.
Yeah, because you know that's some of the people, that's how they acted, you know, when they found out Weird Al did that, you know. So that's like I that's why I feel like a lot of this was half truth or exaggerated truth.
On the other end, him acting like he's the one that was getting parodied. I feel like that's what the other people were doing to him. He got lawsuits and cease and desist letters and all that stuff, and that's it. Why he flipped on his head. It's a very intelligent movie. The movie is obviously like genius level type of stuff. I feel like that's the way he wrote it. But I also believe that this is not going to be. It's not a blockbuster movie. Even though I put it in the description, I was like, this is an epic, unbelievable, you know, thing. But it's not that. And it's very good. It's something you're going to enjoy watching, but you don't have to watch it today. You can watch it Saturday and be just fine.
Yeah. I mean, there are rumors that Daniel Radcliffe might win an Academy Award for this thing, which is insane. Insane. You know, so I don't know for what, because I don't see this kind of movie being for Best Actor. But it's really not a biopic or documentary, so I don't know what category it would fall under. But that's the issue of Weird Al in general.
Niche category.
You know, like best actor that played somebody that was exaggerated as themselves. It'd be Danny Radcliffe and I don't know,
on a streaming service, with a P in it. it's okay.
Hey, but. You know, it was definitely interesting. I actually, going back to that one question you said, are you going to watch it again? I'm going to watch the credits because during the credits, about halfway through the credits, Because I was waiting for something at the end. Maybe he did something with Coolio or something, just like a tribute. Because I know him and Coolio had a lot of issues.
Yeah, that's what I was like.
For a song.
That was something I thought that was a little bit too much because of their.
Yeah, but it's hard. Like this was filmed a long time ago. Like, but we saw the trailer for the movie before Coolio had passed away. So it's like, what do you do? So that's why I thought maybe he had something at the end. Like, rest in peace, Coolio, or something. Which it didn't. It didn't. So that's all I get. I'm like, okay, maybe, but they had a lot of issues, for their song, that he parodied. But as I was waiting for the end, the entire credits is a Weird Al song about the movie. And I missed about half of it because I wasn't paying attention. And then I started paying attention. I'm like, he's talking about the movie. Yeah. And he's like, oh, this really happened. This kind of happened. It was like, like, what? So like, I want to go back and listen to the lyric, or at least, like maybe read the lyrics and see what he was saying. Cause he's like, a lot of this happened except for that one part and this part and that part. This was kind of true. So I was like, shit, okay. So, and then I think he even says like, oh, now the song could be considered for an Academy Award. Like that. Which is kind of funny. But
I just want to drop this in here very quick.
Yes.
Fellas, this is a movie that should have been released in theaters where you are high as shit and laughing nonstop while having the munchies.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those movies too. That's why you can sit there and just have a good time and be high or drunk or whatever and watch it, or you can sit there and like dissect a lot of the parts that have double meanings and stuff like that. So
it was done, genius level stuff. But
well done. Yeah. So I liked it. Did Weird Al write it? Yeah, he did write the screenplay with the director. So yeah.
I'm rating it later. I really enjoyed the hell out of the movie. Just in case anyone was wondering, I'm thinking the average person will watch this and be like, what the fuck? It's just like, really, but I enjoyed it because I like a lot of different movies and I watched a lot of different things. I think it's funny. It really is funny. I think it's even deceptively funny. Like you don't even realize how funny it really is until you probably watch it 2 or 3 times. I rewinded it like 2 or 3 times. I was like, what? Did I miss that? And then caught stuff. And I think it's going to be really good. But I do see a lot of people having problems with it.
Yeah.
People are probably not gonna like the fact that Prince is in it. They're like, just respect Prince. Like, it was good. He didn't say anything about Prince.
No, I thought that was funny. And then I had to sit there and think. I'm like, has Prince ever played the accordion? I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, that man is a music.
Plays
genius.
everything.
Like, he plays everything else. I'm pretty sure he did play accordion.
Yeah, I'm trying to like sit back. I'm like, I'm like, that's on my like list of like, I need to Google this now.
Like, he plays piano, guitar, every instrument he ever pick up, he just pick up and play. So I'm like, hey, he probably did play the accordion, whatever.
Yeah. So I wonder if it's like I felt like that wasn't more of making fun of rather than like a tribute to. Like, oh, the only other niche person that could beat me is somebody like Prince. So he puts himself against arguably one of the best musicians of all time, which is funny.
I gotta still say the whole thing with the Michael Jackson jacket that he's like, I can wear the jacket. I'm not doing it. I thought that was hilarious too.
Yeah. The whole conversation. He goes, I'm gonna be linked forever with Michael Jackson, and then the actual Weird Al, guy. He goes, oh no, that's fine. There's nothing that could be bad with that. So
that's so bad.
Yeah, that's why I was like,
the guy from the Jackson 5. Yeah. Why is he doing? How dare he think he can come and do a parody of my song?
Yeah, like, well, he actually has a very good career. It's like, I don't give a shit. Yeah, so that's why I was like, there's so many layers, and like, if you know things about either the actors that like Harry Potter, him being Harry Potter, that joke, I'm sure there's got to be an Office reference in there now. For Rainn Wilson.
Yeah, when I rewatch, I'm definitely gonna turn my phone off and lay it face down and just give it my undivided attention because I want to see what I want to see what I missed.
Yeah,
I was hoping that I was gonna see just Ron Weasley just walking across the stage, just walk across the screen, just randomly, just at some point. or Weird Al like rubbing his forehead, like and having a mark on his hand, his forehead. That's the stuff that would be great too.
He might, because he got in that car crash and he was all jacked up, and I wonder, like, do you see a little zigzag on his forehead?
when she had to go right to the stage. Right?
He's got to be on stage in 30 minutes.
Oh man. Okay.
Yeah. So, we're loving it. This was
so fun.
Very unexpected. This movie. I thought it was gonna be good. I didn't know it was gonna be this good because it was something else. Even the synopsis, it's saying he's an instant success and sex symbol. I was like, okay. Weird Al wrote the synopsis as well. So,
hey, did you? I put around about this. I said this epic, totally true biopic details the life and times of the greatest icon of a very niche genre ever created. Please join us to help revel in the greatness that's known as the man Weird Al.
Yeah,
I was like, yeah. So I thought this was good. It just I don't know if it's you have to go see it today, but if you got Veterans Day off, or if you off of work tomorrow for because of voting or election day and stuff, this would be something good to watch.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna ask a question, but I'm gonna have it be its own segment. So if you're watching live, stick around. If you're watching on replay, thank you. Leave a comment. Let us know what you thought about Weird, or what was it called? It was called Weird, the Al Yankovic story.
Yeah.
Was it? Yeah. So let us know what you thought about that if you checked it out. And then make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Let us know you like our movie reviews and stuff like that. And we are on our way to 500. So we are zooming through 400 subscribers. And at 500, we got a pretty cool giveaway. So we're going to announce that pretty soon, in the next couple weeks or so. So make sure you hit that subscribe button. Tell your friends. Tell everybody. And cool. But that is it for this one. Let's get out of here and talk about some other stuff. Later.
Thanks, guys.
All right. So I had a question, but I feel like we're done with the review. This is more like for me knowing. If this came out in theaters this week, would it have been number one?
No.
What would have beaten it?
Everything.
There's nothing out besides Black Adam and Smile.
Yeah,
and those been out for a while now.
It definitely will beat those. This movie is very niche. Like you really have to, to go see and pay for Weird Al. I think it will be right above Halloween. Halloween Kills, just above Halloween Kills. It would have made some money. I think
Halloween Ends.
Halloween Ends, yeah.
Okay.
I think it'll make
so
$3 million.
So I mean, it's only $8 million budget. So number one was Black Adam at 18.3 million. Number two was the One Piece film, which I plan on watching soon. If you're an anime fan, that brought in 9.4 million. Number three was Ticket to Paradise, which I would see Weird Al a bazillion times before I see Ticket to Paradise. I really don't care about that movie.
But there's going to be someone between the ages of 65 and 45 that will go see that a billion times before they go see Weird Al.
Yeah. Smile is 3.99.
Smile was good, so
yeah. It's been out for how many, like
5 weeks, 6
weeks?
Yeah, still going strong, huh?
Yeah. I mean, I think it's got 13 mil total, it says domestically. Which is pretty good because I think it had a $20 million budget. I don't remember. But I think number wise it did really good. But I mean, Pray for the Devil, Lyle, Crocodile. I mean, Till's on the list. Halloween Ends, Terrifier 2. I don't know if you guys saw that movie. Holy shit!
Not yet.
Jesus, man! If you watch it, we got to do a review on that one because oh my god, oh my god.
Been hearing great things about it.
Oh man, it's so gory and crazy.
That's too much for me.
I don't know. I think it would break the top 10 at least. I think it would break the top 10.
I don't know.
I feel like it would.
It would be right there next to Lyle Crocodile. So Smile has made $200 million worldwide.
How about that?
There you go.
Off a $17 million budget. Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it'll get a sequel.
I still haven't seen it. I still want to go see it.
Same.
I watched your review. You know, it looks good. I heard a lot of good stuff, but
it really is. It's really good. We were watching it and we were like 3/4 of that movie is perfect. The last fourth, not so much, but 3/4 of that movie is just perfect.
Yeah. Yeah, but that was this weekend's box office. Can you imagine? Like, it's going from Black Adam that made 18 million this week. I mean, Wakanda Forever. Either if you are against or for the recasting, this movie's gonna make money. It's gonna make at least a lot of money this first weekend.
Yeah,
I can see it making a lot of money. You know, I don't know if it has the watch. Whatever.
Guess who lost the Guillotine League?
I know. Holy shit! Where is Sandy? Are you still in here? Please say if you're Sandy. You might need to go give your husband a hug.
Oh no!
Is he crying in a corner? There you go. Yeah.
Oh,
I saw that. I don't know if you saw at one point. I'm like looking over, and I'm like, oh, let me check real quick, and then I'm like, oh.
No, Martin, no, don't not this week. Looking sad. Oh man. Oh, that's my friend. I don't want him to actually go bad and be sad.
I thought Mark would have been out. So
I thought so too.
Yeah. So I know Brandon, probably a lot of these other people don't know. And it's a good shout out to Dynasty Pylon. So Dynasty Pylon, they're part of the Nerd Huddle with us. Link in the description. If you like fantasy football and you like in-depth fantasy football and all kinds of it, Dynasty, IDP, regular, standard. We got a guillotine league that he has started, and it's pretty much a survivor league. So the lowest team gets kicked out, and we thought it was gonna be somebody else. I think all week we were like, oh, it's Mark. Mark is done. I don't know how he's been surviving the last 3 weeks. Like, he barely squeaks by.
Keeps on doing it.
Yeah. But this week, out of nowhere, who failed for him? The guy who created the league, Martin, host of Dynasty Pylon, he wound up losing.
You know what? He hates Taysom Hill. He hates Taysom Hill, and Taysom Hill got 1.2 points
versus friendly Sunday. Oh, poor Martin.
Oh, this is like, I am so sad. Like, wow. There's no reason that this happened.
All of his guys just did crap.
Khalil Mack had 10 points. Nwusu had 12 points, and everyone else sucked. It made no sense.
Yeah, McLaurin didn't do well. Deontay Foreman didn't do well. Chris Olave didn't do well. Hill, like you said, Herbert really didn't do much. His defensive guys did pretty good. At least half of them. That's rough, man.
I'm so sorry, man. You know what's so funny? If he played TJ Hawkinson, he's still in the league.
Did he have TJ?
Yes, he has TJ Hawkinson.
Oh, that's right. He picked him up, right?
He thought that he needed one more week.
Well, I don't see it. Hawk on his team. Oh, there he is. Yeah, 7 points. Oh, yeah.
If he played him, he wins.
He would have been 6 points. Yeah.
After being number 1 last week.
Yeah. Yeah. So and then also this league was you had to be a fan, subscriber to the Dynasty Pylon. And he was saying, he was in the invite. I think it was 18 man league.
18 man
league.
Yeah.
And if you win, you get a Dynasty Pylon jersey.
Unless you're me.
Super awesome. Unless you
then you don't get anything.
You get Aaron Rodgers Green Bay jersey.
This is my first time participating in the league, and all of this is still jargon to me. Oh man, I just feel so bad for that. I'm not even going to bring it up. I promise you, I'm not going to bring it up.
Yeah. So
sorry, Brandon. I just saw that. I just had to bring that up, man. Man.
Yeah, that was something else. Yeah, I was like looking up at stuff. I'm like, oh, let me check my sleeper real quick because I always have the app, the tab open, and I might have not done well if like Lamar didn't do well tonight. I probably would have maybe been on that list too, but luckily Lamar's Lamar, so I'm good.
Dude, he lost to me in the Nerd Huddle League too.
Did he? Yeah, I finally won one. I really haven't been paying attention. The Guillotine League is the only league I'm really paying attention to for the most part. Yeah. I just don't want to look bad in front of the other YouTube channels. Like, I know what I'm talking about. Y'all make fun of me. I know what I'm talking about. But yeah.
Man.
Yeah, that was definitely one. So if you're still watching, anybody and you're a fan of fantasy football, they're gonna be on tomorrow. No, Wednesday. They're gonna be on Wednesday. So make sure you check out Dynasty Pylon. And then if you want some other football, Brian, hopefully Alfredo, and maybe Marvin come on and do Chicago Bears and fancy waiver wire help on Tuesdays.
The refs jagged us. I'm just letting you know.
What was that?
The refs jagged us, and that's gonna be the name of the show.
There's a petition. There's a petition to get him fired. That ref.
The one who's sitting there looking at, Chicago. We don't play that.
Every year we get screwed. Last year, remember the ref hit what's his name, the linebacker?
Yep.
Marcus Clay, I think it was. What was his name? Like legit stuck his hip out to like trip him or something. That was
look at him. He's looking menacing. Throw the flag.
Yeah. I might have it on dealing. Do I have it or did I get? Did I get rid of it? I got rid of it.
It's on the Panda Grizzly one. I know.
No, I think I got rid of it. Oh no, there it is.
He's just standing there, menacingly.
Yeah, they threw a flag for that. That's why the ref is like. Not if you ever watched that one, and then I gotta fix this one, make it look better.
The people of America have spoken, and they're saying they want 4 more years of douchebag.
Douchebag. Nah,
I gotta fix that one, make it look better.
Oh man,
but there's a little cross promotion for our football shows. Well, yeah, man. Anything else you guys want to talk about?
No, I think we're pretty good. Unless Brandon had any news.
So Daniel Kaluuya is will be voicing Spider-Punk.
I saw that
across the Spider-Verse.
Yep.
Yeah, that's gonna be awesome. I love Daniel Kaluuya.
Yeah, he's great. He's absolutely great. So. Yeah, I'm down for anything that he does. For him to voice Spider-Punk, I am totally down for.
Especially after you have your costume this week. Mm-hmm. I mean, this year.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
Should have been you.
Thank you.
Should have been you.
That's all. He can voice it. You can just you can act it. You could be the on-screen person.
Like the motion capture, or
the
3D model for like the
CG.
Yeah. I'm all for that. That sounds amazing. And of course, they're saying the Tom Holland. There's been discussions with apparently Tom Holland, Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, to show up in it as their versions of Spider-Man. Yep. And cool. Even the animated series or like the animated version from, I think they said Spectacular Spider-Man, which I will always be angry never got more seasons. Great Spider-Man cartoon.
It was really good.
And the PS4 version might show up.
Really?
But didn't they redo it to make it look like Tom Holland? Didn't they put Tom Holland's face on the PS4 version?
They modified it. I think it was to look more like the motion capture actor, or not the motion capture actor, but I don't know. It was weird. It was a weird decision to make. I didn't think anything was wrong with how he looked.
No, they wanted it to be like, oh, Tom Holland Spider-Man, so let's make in the video game too, which I didn't agree with. But also the guy who voiced Miles in that game, which they made the character actually look like him as well. Just give him the fucking role.
Yeah,
the guy is perfect. Miles,
Yeah, he looks
like, yeah, you know,
oh no,
young enough but not too young. Oh, we got in common.
Lost in Dynasty, lost in Nerd Huddle, lost another podcast show league, lost Guillotine. I'm losing my best friend Sunday. Oh my God, Mario, I can't do this. I can't. Oh my God.
Jesus.
You know what? I got something for you, man. Just for you. We'll send you these Boston baked beans.
I'm gonna send you real ones because the box ones are okay, but fresh off the line. Now this is right here.
Oh my God, I can't.
Emotional damage.
There you go.
Too soon, man.
Too soon. Yeah. I was live. Like if you go back, I don't know, maybe like an hour ago, and I saw it was like, yeah, about an hour ago exactly. I saw it was about, you see my face kind of like my eyes get big. I'm like, oh,
here he goes.
Yeah, rough, my dude.
Yeah, that's
rough.
that's everything on my end though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's gonna be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Man, this is gonna be so. I don't know. I just can't wait.
Yep.
Oh my God, he's making me sad now.
Mark Brand are good guys to drink with. I promise they are fun. Keep them safe.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. They're gonna be too far. So
we'll be okay. We'll go get them. We'll go do something. Especially when I move to Indiana.
Everyone's moving over there, man. The heck. Everyone. But me and Brandon will stay here in Illinois.
Yeah, hold it down over here.
But yeah, now that they're closer, we're gonna get some guys. Are you eating beans?
Yeah, they're good.
they are. I know. So my girlfriend was like,
I have my own box. I bought 3 boxes from Artie just for him. This is my own box, but I bought 3 just for him.
Yeah, I think because my girlfriend was watching the show when we were talking about it. She goes, "Fuck, now I want some Boston baked beans."
Now he's lost his beans now. Oh my God.
But
it hurts so.
Anything else? Yeah. But I'm pretty excited. The end of the year is gonna be really good. You know, we got Avatar coming out.
I'm hearing bad things about Avatar. Are you surprised?
No, it's gonna be a mid story. Like the first one. The first one was a mid story. You know,
but it still made hella money and was good. The first Avatar was good.
It looked amazing.
I think really James Cameron prioritized the tech that he developed for this. You know, the story was probably very, very secondary to him, and will continue to be secondary with whatever he's developing for how many more of these? He's making 4 sequels, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Crazy.
I'm interested to see, you know, how he can stretch this out into 4 more movies, but it's all about the tech and the visuals and the 3D.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you this: if he kills, what's her name?
The mom or the wife or whatever her name is.
If he kills her,
Materi.
Then I'm not gonna watch anymore. I'm done.
I hope he doesn't. I hope he doesn't,
but I think it might. If that did happen, it would be an interesting route to take for the character of Jake.
I will be done. Honestly, I'll be done.
Yeah. But you know, I think the story's gonna be mid. It's gonna be okay enough to have you stick around for the gorgeousness that you see on screen. But you know, that's what I was expecting. I wasn't expecting like this crazy great story that was gonna blow your mind, but I was expecting graphics that would like blow your mind. You know, visuals. You know, and I heard the underwater stuff is gorgeous. So like he has this new technology that made the underwater stuff.
We're gonna watch it, and then we're gonna see like all the other. We're gonna see Wakanda Forever. We're gonna look at Namor like you couldn't use James Cameron's underwater stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Perp Minded?
Hey, Perp.
Luke.
What's going on?
One thing I'm hyped up for, it's not really movies, but God of War Ragnarok.
God of War. I'm actually surprised that you haven't put that on as one of the things that we're gonna watch and talk about. That's like actually, a trailer. The God of War.
Yeah, I just saw it right now. You want to watch it?
Hey, no. If you're gonna do this, we're gonna do this right.
Do a full review.
Yes. I got it.
Yeah,
pull it up. I'm doing this.
I got it up. It's ready to go.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
Let's do this. Hey, welcome back to Spoiler Kings, guys. If you know anything about Tank, you know he loves God of War. You know his symbol, his emblem, all the stuff he loves. This type of genre. I'm just gonna give it to him because he's gonna tell us about everything we're about to watch right now.
Oh yeah. So God of War comes out this week, comes out tomorrow, and I'm playing it. I cannot wait. The last one was great. The first three on the PS2 or whatever it was were amazing. So yeah, I've been avoiding all the spoilers, but somebody told me there's a really good trailer. I'm like, all right, whatever. It's a trailer. This trailer has Ben Stiller, LeBron James, and John Travolta, and I'm like, okay.
I definitely have not seen this trailer.
No, it came out the other day. Let me see when did it come out. It came out 6 days ago, so about a week ago. All right, so let's watch it. It's pretty funny, even if you don't know anything about the story. It's so funny. So
that's a great observation, John.
Ella said that you'd think it was stupid.
No, I said I thought it was stupid.
Okay, you know what? This is good right here. I mean, the God of War dynamic plays out in every parent-child relationship. When that clicked for me, picked up my Leviathan axe, and felt truly close to my son for the first time. I'm 17. Exactly.
Leviathan axe.
Ronnie, what's going on, man? You're a little quiet today. Anything to add?
No.
No is good. No counts. You know, Quinn was where you're at about a month ago, and look at him now. Okay, last night, 2 a.m., I'm laying in bed. What am I thinking about? Kratos.
Are you kidding? That's me, big time. That's common for me.
We believe you. Being too thirsty.
No, I'm hydrated.
Specifically, the time he tried to protect Atreus from Baldur, and Atreus got so angry he shot Kratos through the chest with one of those, like that spiky thingy.
It was an arrow.
Arrow, right? Arrow. I mean, nobody can hurt you like your kids, right? Come on.
Guess so.
What's going on beneath that headband?
I'm not even wearing one.
No, I know. You know. I mean, like if you were.
When Bronny said he'd rather play against me than with me. Shot in the heart. Really?
I think we call that a breakthrough. Block.
I can see that now, Ben.
Kratos.
I cannot believe I missed practice for this.
I want a breakthrough. Well, why don't you ever hurt my feelings?
Okay, you're old and you're bald.
Oh.
It's like Kratos.
Now, John, last week you said you were finally ready to wear your Kratos outfit to the farmer's market. How'd that go?
Incredible. I had people pointing at me going, no, that's a really great dad.
That's not why they were pointing. You were wearing a buckskin loincloth.
Ella, it's not buck, it's bear. And I get those points all the time. People pointing, oh my God, look at that great dad.
So why aren't you wearing that stuff today?
Well, unfortunately, my armor bears the scars of a recent battle.
He spilled a bunch of salsa on it.
That can happen, especially with the leather.
Exactly. Tattletale.
Look, if it was easy, every dad would be dressed like this, right?
Does the costume really help?
I don't know. Does the costume really help when you play basketball?
It is a costume.
That's good, man.
Well, that was good.
I enjoyed that.
Yeah, that was good. So hopefully Thursday you'll see me. I'll have my my Thor hammer, not the MCU Thor, but the Kratos Thor. Because of course I got the collector's edition with like Thor. It comes with Thor's hammer, a bunch of other little things and stuff like that. So
But yes, I want all of it. Thank you.
Yeah. I need to take a new picture back here with some of the new stuff. Like my Voltron is not even Voltron anymore. It's the 5 Tigers. Is it? Yeah, I don't know. So
that's awesome.
Yeah. So, oh man, I'm super excited about this, man. Super excited about it. Yeah. So I'm gonna be playing it on Twitch. So twitch.tv/Tank Kramer, and then putting up the VODs up on my YouTube channel. So if you're interested in that, check it out.
Literally, Lucas is going to have his dad for like 3 more days.
Yeah. Well, hopefully, I want to try to get him in the little baby Bjorn. I want to give him a little Viking little hat. They're in there.
Teach him young, guys. Teach him young.
Yeah. Oh, I should get like a bear skin. What?
He has that matching clothes.
Oh man! And then shout out to one of our buddies, Gabe. He was in chat on our Sunday show on Nerd Hut or on Dynasty Pylon. He actually able to do super jacked. He actually dressed up as Kratos for Halloween. So
that's so awesome.
And he lives in Minnesota. So to be shirtless in Minnesota,
that takes real dedication.
There you go. So, but super excited. But I don't know. Leave a comment. Let us know if you're gonna play it. Let us know if you want a review of the game. I will for sure do a review of the game when I'm done playing it. But I don't know if people are into it or not. So
people are going to be into it. Trust me.
Yeah. Okay. But cool. But that's that for that very good trailer. That's a good way to hype up.
That was the best. That was one of the best trailers we had. I'm all for it.
Yeah. But cool. Yeah.
I think we go ahead and go from here, guys.
Yeah.
All right.
Get out of here. All right. See you guys.
Thanks,
next
guys.
one. Later.
All right. Peace.
All right. Oh, you meant like close it out. Close it out.
Close it
All
out.
right.
Close it out.
Close it out. Close it out. All right. All right. See you guys later.
All right.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. We're out here.